Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another NTW 3 historical battle for you today, and this is the Battle of Lundy's Lane, which was fought in 1814, part of the War of 1812. This was obviously fought between the United Kingdom and the United States of America, and I thought since the 4th of July has been very recently, we are a little bit late, but you know, it's been pretty recently, 2 days ago, I thought we'd do the Battle of Lundy's Lane, so with an American army in it. I think when this actually might be coming out might be 3 days away, so even later. But yeah, you know what? We haven't seen the Americans in a hot minute, and you know what? It's a perfect time of year to be showing off some American troops in action against the British. And let's see whether the battle can be won by either side, because actually in history this battle is seen as an inconclusive battle. So let's see whether Britain or America can actually win it for themselves this time. But yes, we already have a bit of engagement going on here. We have the 1st Royal Foot, Pontius Pilate's bodyguards here. They're engaged, and morale is actually taking quite a lot of damage here. Pretty brutal. But yes, the British did outnumber the Americans here. They had 3,500 troops, and they had against the American 2,500. So this will be interesting to see how this one goes down. It's been a hot minute since I've seen the American units in action. And I actually had a British charge in here. We had some Canadian light dragoons going in, and they've routed. Looks like some irregular infantry over here, brought up by the Americans. Some like skirmishers and some like native troops here that are joining the Americans here today, the Native Americans. But yes, if you're enjoying NTW3 on the channel and would like to see some more historical battles and just some more NTW3 generally, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and comment show support. As always guys, it really does help out the channel. But yes, we have some really cool units here today. We have plenty of militia, but we do have some really good units as well. King's Irish Foot, you'll see, do amazingly this one. We've got 89th Foot as well, but we've got, yeah, like lots of fencibles here. These are some Scottish ones. They are going to be pretty solid. Yes, you may recognize that we did do Lundy's Lane in the stream very recently. So if you did check out the stream, thank you very much for the support. Do keep it up. It's really much appreciated. And we have some rockets going off. Oh boy, do I want to see where these guys land. I think they're going to hit over here somewhere. Yeah, over in this forest here. And they're helping to rout some cavalry by the looks of it, so that's always good to see. But yes, we did cover this this battle in the stream. So if you have watched the stream, you may have an idea of what's going on. But now I'll be able to show you a little bit more what's going on instead of me just microing, and also be able to show you a bit more of some close-ups of the action as well, as we look at some of the native irregulars here, patiently waiting for their orders to go up. See the artillery going off in the background. The rockets look amazing. We'll actually go over and have a look at them, because if you've not seen what the Congreve rocket looks like before, my gosh, does it look archaic. It is literally just like a ladder, and you put a rocket on it and you fire it off, and it can go anywhere. It's a very dangerous weapon to both friend and foe. And yeah, it is quite fun to watch. But we have the Americans over here already opening fire. You got some skirms here. But yep, the skirms are moving up now, and they are going to probably just get a little bit closer, maybe get a bit more accurate against those British lines. We've got John Le Coutier up here, New Brunswick infantry unit. It's a pretty solid unit. I believe this might actually be a general for one of the players here. It was certainly my general when I was playing in this battle. And yeah, he's pretty solid, though he's just watched one of his men die there. Look at that. Getting sniped out by an American sharpshooter. Also doesn't help that the Halifax rifles here, I'm pretty sure, are shooting the men in the back. They need to be careful. Friendly fire is a thing. You don't want to be doing it. The British over here, again, being engaging over here against the American sharpshooters here. The natives already firing off some shots, harassing those British redcoats that are ready to try and resubjugate the Americans. March forward for king and country. Let's deal with these goddamn Yankees. Glorious. Gotta love a glorious musket volley like that. Really does look good. We have the Royal Montreal Cavalry pushing up now. This is a pretty solid cavalry unit that's being moved in, and we actually have a British cavalry charge over here. We have the light dragoons coming in, and they are slicing and dicing at these American skirmishers. They're going to try and rout them. The Americans have formed square, but they probably will let off a volley in a moment. There you go, hitting these light dragoons, sending them packing as they try to get out of there pretty quickly. But yeah, the British are still pushing up with their lines. I mean, if they engage with light infantry and then send the cavalry in behind, that'd be even more effective, I feel. So yeah, we have the Halifax rifles here, just harassing, you know, just trying to weaken the enemy. Artillery set up over here as well. We have some 6-pounder foot artillery. They might be about to put a few round shots into the American ranks. We'll wait for this volley. Fire when ready. Okay, we have some silent cannons here today. Do not know what happened there, but there you go. We've still got artillery going off everywhere. We actually have, I don't know, we have some Americans pushing forward. We have almost 2 lines. They've got plenty of reserves. But yeah, the British, I think, did dash down with some Quebec light dragoons here. They try to go down, kill off a few of this cavalry, this skirmish unit here, but we're not successful in clearing the entire thing. But yes, every British army here is using the Drummond Corps, part of the like War of 1812 army. I don't know if actually any of us have got Drummond as their general. But we do. We have Gordon Drummond over here himself leading the way. Always good to see. He's got some Quebec light dragoons protecting him. And there you go, another volley of rockets going off. I don't know where they're going to hit. They're just going in and around this building here. I guess just if there's any infantry here, it's getting shot at, which is fair enough. We do have some American cavalry in the back lines, and they are trying to get behind enemy lines. You can see Canadian light dragoons here chasing away that cavalry and just being outpaced at the moment. But yeah, also these cavalry units here also look very much like British dragoons and are in red. The Americans just gotta copy the Brits. But yes, if you'd like to get involved in some NTW3 replays, NTW3 battles that then become replays, or just send in your own replays, feel free to join the Discord. The link is down below in the description. You're all more than welcome to get involved and join. And even if you don't want to send in any replays or take any part in any battles, you're also just welcome to come and join, have a chat, and just come and chat to like myself or other members of the Discord. We have some Glencarry light fencibles here. These guys look pretty good. Again, more Scots. I feel like we're going to need plenty of Scots here to fight the Yanks. These hardy men, they won't give any quarter. And they will fight to the very end, I'm sure. Again, another British cavalry charge going in here. And this was the Canadian light dragoons going in. They seem like they've been routed pretty easily by the American cav here. It looks like a dragoon unit. And also we have infantry. It looks like it formed a square. And artillery going off as well. Yeah, the artillery here is, I don't know why, it's very silent today, but look at this, British Ontario light dragoons in behind here, and they have broken the American general in this flank here. Probably a bit of them breaking him, and also the American infantry just shooting with their muskets. Probably helped break that general. But yeah, really well done there. And there you go, that general is going to be gone. I don't know if he's actually dead, but he is broken. So that's a big win there for the Brits, who are now going to be facing a generalist American army on this flank here. Still waiting for a big push in the middle. The Americans, might just be about to start it. Their lines are moving forward. Another British cavalry charge coming down here. Look at this. The Americans going to form square. Oh, they are. That's going to send the Quebec light dragoons packing. These guys have been really unlucky with charges. The American player here really, really quick to put his troops into square and protect his skirms. Yeah, doing a very good job of the Americans at the moment, protecting their lines. But here we go, the first line battle, first proper line battle getting underway. We have Swiss mercenaries here fighting for the English. I mean, that's pretty handy since the Swiss already fight in red. So, That's not going to be too confusing for them. We have Thomas McDougal here. Fighting with the 1st Somersetshire. Good artillery here as well. Getting ready a 6-pounder foot artillery. I put some rounds into the cavalry that's just waiting down there. Fire when ready. Gotta hit that artillery. Oh no, hit that cavalry, sorry. They have got some British 19th Light Dragoons waiting behind, so they should be pretty safe. Yeah, this British line goes on and on and on. And the worrying thing to the Americans is they might just get surrounded almost. Well, not surrounded, but like the sides of their line could just swing in and just surround this this infantry. It's looking like they're pushing forward a little bit. Stormont Militia here. Canadian Lights. St. John Fencibles. Yeah, they got a lot of militia out here. All flanking around. Seems like the British have sent the Americans packing. They're sort of just hiding in the woods over here. Not much in the way going on there. And it looks like we have got more British cavalry here. Got Quebec Light Dragoons. They look like they're going to be facing down some American cav. Looks like a dragoon unit of their own. In they go. War cries are sounded. Swords are drawn. And battle will begin in this forest here. Whoever wins this might get cavalry superiority in this flank. I'm not sure. I mean, the Americans might have more, but the British, I think, have got not much cav left. I mean, there you go. They did win, the British did, but yeah, there's more American cav now rushing in here. Little dragoon unit, and they should rout the British, pretty easily. Yeah, the next cavalry unit that is available is the Royal Montreal Cavalry here, being shifted instantly to that right-hand side as soon as they saw that cavalry break. They were like, yep, we need more cavalry out on that right flank. They're going to keep contesting it. Yeah, the Americans here, very nervous, and I would be as well. I mean, currently the British hold the point. They hold Lundy's Lane, which is what they need to hold on to, which is being represented at the moment by this church here. I guess Lundy's Lane just goes on behind it. But yeah, the Brits hold this hill. Really good position, and the Americans now have got to come up here, and they've got to come and take this hill from the British. How they're going to do that, I'm not quite sure yet. Probably marching forward is a good start, though, boys. You got to march forward. Take the battle to Britain. But it looks like they're quite happy to sit back. They're going to pound the British lines with artillery until the British come forward, maybe. Looks like we've got some sort of movement out on that far flank here. We've got artillery flying on in. And here we go, we've got a cavalry charge, we've got Royal Montreal Cavalry. They're going to go in along with the British 19th Light Dragoons. And here we go, Royal Montreal Cavalry going into the skirmishers here.
Our men are running.
And just like that, Royal Montreal Cavalry broke almost instantly. Cavalry there did break, though. They did manage to break that to the Light Dragoons, but they're going to then be broken by reinforcing cavalry here of the Americans, sending in, looks like a Dragoon unit. And there you go. It looks like they're going to break all this cavalry here. Now Britain is in a real risky position. They haven't quite got it yet. British 19th Light Dragoons refuse to break. If I was Britain, I'd attack this unit now. The Americans have almost overtaken them. That's incredible. Yeah, how these guys haven't broken, I do not know. But yeah, if the British need to get some more cavalry out here. It looks like they haven't got really any at all. There is a Quebec Light Infantry, and that is it. Yeah, and there you go. Finally, a Light Dragoon did break. Incredible, though. It held on for so long. We've got a big push, though, in the center over here, or the right of center, I could say. It looks like I'm seeing a lot of infantry now being shifted across, maybe engage the forces in the wood. But we also have this Royal Montreal Cavalry here that's looking to find a way in behind. I mean, at the moment, there's no American infantry or any forces in front of them. They could just go forward and then go behind. And then there's cavalry in behind this main American force that we can see at the moment. The Americans, again, they're trying to harass the enemy. And you can see rockets flying in, doing what damage they can. Hold on, America. More reinforcements are hopefully on the way. I do quite like to see America, though. It makes a change. I mean, NTW3 is obviously mainly about the Napoleonic Wars, but, you know, having the War of 1812 and there's a nice little feature. But they're going to push forward again. They want to get right into the face of the British. They want to see the whites of their eyes, but they're getting hit hard as they push up here. There you go. Volleys going off. There you go. The infantry line getting very much underway now. This is a fully engaged infantry fight. And we are seeing the British push forward as well. They want to get really close to the Americans. Got some Robert McDougall here moving forward with his fencibles. And then more fencibles here moving forward. A lot of Scots moving forward. They're going to try and shoot into the flanks of the Americans. They're trying to get a bit of a flanking shot. Artillery's coming in as well. The rockets causing as much havoc as possible. You just love to see it. We've got the Royal Irish, or the King's Irish, sorry, moving forward as well. Here we go. We can see the Scots in action. More American infantry being shifted out here as well, just to combat these new arrivals for the British. Turn and face! Prepare to fire. I mean, the Americans, sorry, look a bit like French infantry a little bit. They look really well uniformed. I mean, I didn't realize their army was quite so distant at this point. I thought it was still kind of a bit militia-based at this point. There you go. Pretty nice volley. That's doing a lot of damage, actually, these light fencibles here. Taking not too many characters, but I guess the artillery... There is artillery out there somewhere that's shooting onto these infantry. So that's probably not helping the situation. Stormont militia here. Doing a great job. And they have such a good hill position. I mean, you can't really see the Americans actually at the bottom of the hill, but... Yeah, the Brits are right on top of this hill, just able to fire down. And if you've watched Star Wars, you know that the high ground is superior to everything else. Got more American infantry moving out here as the Brits try to flank again. And there's a lot of American cav here trying to chase down this Royal Montreal Cavalry here. Will they do it? Looks like they will. Looks like they are going to turn and face and take on the chasing Americans. Got it. The Swiss mercenaries here trying to support their British allies, focusing down the American units here, helping to break a few. They're broken too. It looks like the British might just about hold on. No, they did break themselves. And now the Americans have cavalry superiority here. This Royal Montreal might return. It's a pretty solid unit. Well done by the Swiss, so that could have been a lot worse if they hadn't got involved in that fight there. With the 89th foot moving across, they can form square, and they are going to block this gap here. Make sure the Americans do not come through it. There we go. More lines for America being set up. Are we going to see a glorious volley here? Oh, yes, we are. That is beautiful. The British need to respond with their own. Not too bad. Not too bad. Keeping up the fire. A good infantryman will fire 3 rounds a minute in all weather. That is what the Americans and the British need to do today. It is actually raining, so I mean, in this battle, so I don't know how everyone's managing to fire so easily. Like, water causes all sorts of problems for the powder of a musket and making it fire and its firing capabilities. So yeah, that's pretty impressive. Got more of those rockets there set up. I'm going to see these guys fire. I don't know if they actually have a firing animation, or if the rockets just start to fly off. I really don't know, but it's such a funny, weird looking unit. I do love it. But the Americans here still flanking more and more around, including infantry, I like to add. They have infantry here, sneaking around in the forest. I mean, if I was Britain, you could almost make a push up. It's just a long... The only problem is it's a long way to go for this artillery that's out here. And here we go, I can hear rockets flying in. What are they going to hit? Oh, they're all firing all the way back here and trying to hit stuff. Which is fair enough, but it doesn't seem like it's achieving much. Look at that, it's just like fireworks it was almost going off. It's incredible. Trying to hit cavalry down here, trying to do as much damage to it. Try and just, you know, help the British out with their cavalry superiority. Artillery here, though, has been taking chunks out of my cavalry and also my infantry here. So I was trying to get as close as possible to try and deal with it. Maybe send the cavalry in to take them out, but we'll see if that can work. Britain now pushing off the hill here. They're like, you know what? Now is the time. Now is the time to push. Prepare to fire, Swiss. Clearly the Swiss will fight for any sort of money. For anyone. Even though the Swiss, I'm pretty sure at this point, are technically occupied by France. Got the Pontius Pilates bodyguards.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack.
He's not moving forward. He's not even engaging anymore. The British are going to keep pushing. American light infantry once again opening fire and preparing to receive fire as well from the brutal volleys of the redcoats. Here we go, another volley coming off. Look at this. Look at this. It's kind of incredible. Look. Trying to hit stuff. But yes, if you want to support the channel in any other way, then feel free to go and check out my merch. The link's down below in the description. Or if you want to, also go and check out my Instagram. That is also in the description. Feel free to go and leave a comment on a post, or go and leave a like on Instagram. Or maybe go and check out the t-shirts and hoodies that I have on the merch website as well. We have some great stuff there for some pretty good value. So definitely go and worth checking out. Out here, it seems as though Britain is very much outnumbered. They have good cavalry out here. They have Montreal cavalry and that 19th Light Dragoon here. And they've got some infantry, but America seems to have the range and seems to be controlling this fight with the range that they have available to them. It does seem as though Britain, though, is pushing forward here, getting very aggressive right now. And we're seeing a cavalry fight over here. Or actually, yeah, a cavalry fight which routed the 6-pounder foot artillery, but then were routed themselves by Glencarry. Fencibles. The Scots here doing their bit. The Americans, though, are on the offensive on this right flank here. And Britain is obliged to turn and face them. St. John Fencibles. They've got top hats. I mean, imagine going to war in a top hat. Only a British soldier would do such a thing. Go to war in a top hat. Very gentlemanly. We do have, by the way, just spotted this, American cav in the back lines. This could cause all sorts of problems. Could go for generals, could go for artillery. For the British, could cause a lot of problems, like I said. What's the Swiss mercs out here again? Seems like some of the American lines starting to crumble. Here we go, we've got a cavalry charge preparing here. King's Irish form square very early. Just trying to put pressure on that artillery piece, which is still putting chunks into the British lines here. I mean, it's doing a lot of damage. Britain really pushing forward. House has been captured? Or they finally captured the building that's near Lundy's Lane. Okay, fair enough. Well done to Britain. You just see the artillery going off in the back lines. It's causing all sorts of problems. It doesn't really kill anything, just does a lot of morale damage. does the artillery, which is really cool. Yeah, America here just holding by, waiting. Britain really the one that's taking the shots here. Yeah, 3v or 5v2. I imagine the British will win there, but we will see. Men breaking. We have more British cavalry over here being annihilated and killed off. What is that? Gordon Drummond himself. So there you go. One of Britain's generals now has broken. And he's been sniped there by the Americans. They just, I don't know, they just failed to like stop that cavalry. And now they're going to take out these Congreve rockets. And that's going to be one less rocket to be used. They did in fact ignore my rocket because I had it defended pretty effectively by cavalry here. Here you go, that's what the rocket looks like. This is what it's going to be like when it fires off. Let's see. Yep, oh, it's silent. Okay, fair enough. There you go, the rocket flies off into the air and it's going to go and hit something down there. Might be its own men it's going to hit. My gosh, yeah, doing a bit of morale damage to their own men. Breaking infantry here they have, and it looks like Quebec Light Dragoons have broken as well, which is a shame. There's lots of infantry also did break. A lot of infantry here, in fact, did break. It's a bad sign. Britain and America, though, really close to each other. This is a brutal line fight. Yeah, some of these American units looking pretty small right now. Hopefully they've got more units in the back to come up and replace those units. And if not, they could be in trouble. Britain on this side, though, seems like he looks a partially outnumbered, but I'm not entirely sure. It's hard to say. I mean, those irregulars probably mean they definitely is, but yeah, fair enough. We've got cavalry in here trying to deal with these McDougal Glencarry Fencibles. He's trying to rout the Fencibles. Has failed. The cavalry's been broken, and now can the infantry break these guns? They've certainly scared the crew off them, which is a big win. And now the British can push forward, knowing that there's going to be no artillery support here. Huge. This infantry here needs to reform up. Morale's not looking great. Stormont militia here getting ready to storm that building. Will they do it? There's some American units defending outside of the building, but I don't know if there's actually any units inside. Maybe it's too humid for them. Maybe it's just a little too humid. And it's like, you know what? Not at the moment. We don't want to get positioned in there. Alright, my general's setting up. We've got going in. We've got Quebec Fencibles here. They're getting shifted inside. They're going to actually be able to take this building. And look at that. I managed to take a building right next to the Americans. They can have fire onto their flanks. And hopefully turn this fight around. You can see the Americans already giving ground. They know that the building's fallen. And they're like, well, there's not much we can do about this. And they have to retreat and give the ground. And we get even closer to another artillery piece. And this is kind of my objective the entire game. Just jump from artillery piece to artillery piece. Just try and beat the Americans in that game. I wasn't really too bothered about infantry. I was kind of confident my infantry should be able to beat some of the American troops. Like certainly my proper line infantry. You can see more Americans being broken in. Morale not looking great either. And I think around about this part of the battle, one of the American armies does unfortunately drop, which is a bit of a shame. So it was turning into quite a close battle as the Americans force back the Brits here. So this is a bit of a problem. Morale for the British is starting to waver as well. Stormont militia starting to give way. The King's Irish, though, they don't give a damn. They'll fight on. They're breaking units left, right, and center. We got a American cavalry charge coming down. They've helped to rout the British 19th Dragoons. And then go the Americans. And the support of this building, the Brits have managed to rout the cavalry, even though they couldn't form square. So really well done to them. But yeah, now they hold this whole small area here. They could get ready to push up and get through this like garden or this yard and just go for the guns. That's what I'd do. The only real threat that we haven't seen just yet, and is still threatening the British left, is this American army here. We don't know how big it is, but there is an army over here. And it's certainly putting pressure on the British left. If they can break the British left and wrap around the center, it can cause all sorts of problems. There you go, a really nice volley. Gotta love gunpowder in the morning. The smell of it, oh, beautiful. Yeah, the Scots getting ready. Forming up.
Our men are running.
More men breaking. This is not a good sign. Men breaking here. Yeah, Stormman militia. Presumably getting shot by men inside the building, but I'm not sure. Seems as though Britain has kind of brought America to a bit of a standstill. There's a lot of American dead here, though. To be fair, looking at the bodies, it's pretty bad for both sides, to be honest. Both sides mounting up the bodies. A lot of American dead here as well. They are American dead, which it looks like they are. The Brits in this situation over here kind of look a little bit sandwiched. They are having to face Americans on two different fronts here. Just kind of complicate things. Brits up here still waiting for the Americans to push forward these St. John Fencibles. Like, you know what? We'll wait with our funny top hats. We don't give a damn. The irregulars over here, they were quite happy to sit at range and just harass the English. Maybe get a few kills here and there. Here we go. I don't know what's going on over on this side, but the Americans resetting up. Looks a bit shaky, does that formation, but there you go. And my general here, John Le Coutier, is getting ready. Ready for the big push.
Our men are running.
And at this point, unfortunately, my artillery gets wiped out. The American Dragoons are just waiting in the back lines, just there, ready to spring a surprise and take them out. But I was like, fine, they're not doing too much. We're quite close to all the enemy infantry now. We're all in firing range. So I could do as much damage to my own men as I could the other. I was like, you know what? It's no biggie. We'll lose it. We have the Royal Montreal Cav moving up. These were the bodyguards of the Congreve rockets, but they are moving up now to the front. And I was seeing an opportunity where I could go for a... Because we're just about to witness as the Brits here fail to go for the artillery. Just watching one of their infantry there fail to take it. And again on this side here, the British are going to lose a very good first foot unit here by the looks of it. Morale is not looking great. They're actually getting surrounded. And that is going to cause, yeah, the infantry to break. So I was like, you know what? I'll get my cavalry ready. I'm going to get ready for a big push up this street. I'm going to go and try and, when the right opportunity arises, try and push for the guns. And also, I mean, there's a lot of irregulars here that can't form squares. So it's definitely worth a try, I'll try going for them. But yeah, the centre's not looking good right now. The infantry here for the Americans is very sporadic, very desperate, trying to hold on. There you go, they're running. They're like, you know what, it's not worth it. We'll have the British back as overlords. And we will happily oblige. More men starting to break though for the British on that far left flank. Still not looking great out there. We're actually about to see another infantry unit here break. Some Dundas embodied militia here getting broken by that Dragoon unit. And yeah, the British just need to fall back. They just need to get out of there. Halifax Fencibles again, just get out of there. I don't know why they left infantry here. They should have just pushed their full force forward if they were going to do it. They got their Royal Montreal Cavalry here. Don't know what they're waiting for, but they could have. They're going to need them on that far flank now to protect the left. That is for sure. More infantry breaking here with Quebec Fencibles and the 89th falling back. And the Americans are looking a little bit more happy now. They're looking like they're ready for a fight. But at this point, these two infantry units here that are defending the guns move forward. And I was like, very well. Now is the time to send in the Royal Montreal Cavalry. Try and get them engaged. What have we got here? The 1st Somersetshire. And we have the Americans charging in. They're going in for a bayonet charge. See how this one works. And fighting off against the brave Somersetshire foot. I don't think this is going to be enough. And there you go. They break pretty easily. And the American center is very much gone. American right still holding, or American left still holding on British right. Still a tough fight out there. Yeah, the center is just gone. And here we go. The cavalry push begins. The Royal Montreal Cav goes in, kills the artillery, and I was like, right, we are in. We can now pierce these two armies that are remaining, get the Montreal Cav out of there, and it could go for well. It's got various different options. And I decided to go for these irregulars over here. And these guys, the morale hits quite quickly, goes down quite quickly. Those are very quickly, they're okay in combat. You get their axes out. They cause all sorts of problems for my cavalry. So I decided never again will I fight native irregulars. These guys are just goddamn too nasty. Volleys going off from the square. Hopefully that helps break this infantry. My cavalry though is doing just okay, winning. And there you go, finally broke the American infantry. Now I just need to get the hell out of Dodge. British line still holding here. Quebec Fencibles doing their bit. Doing their bit for Canada. There's a glorious British line moving forward here. Those red coats look, oh, beautiful. We actually have some troops shifting in this way. Dundas embodied militia. Glencarry 1st Fencibles and another Glencarry 1st Fencibles are moving over. Along with even more infantry as well. It seems as though the Brits think they've got this wrapped up on this flank here, which they possibly have, but they don't want to be overconfident. You need to hold on to some assets on the side. Yes, sir. We have the British light dragoons moving forward here. The 19th looking for some opportunities to get some kills. King's Irish here, helping to kill off some more Americans. I'm now starting to flank with my infantry here. We have Montes, Bartes, bodyguards here. They're flanking on in, getting some good shots off on the flank of the Americans. And hopefully, yep, look at that, keep breaking these lines. They're doing incredibly well in my infantry now. Just need to keep firing on them from two different angles, and the Americans can't stand. Americans over here, though, are holding. And they're beating back the British. Cavalry here has just broken, though, against some Montreal Fencibles. And looks like we're about to see maybe an infantry push here, maybe an infantry bayonet charge. They are getting quite close. No, maybe not. They're just going to get even closer and fire some musket shots. Prepare to fire. I don't know what you're saying to the king of country as America. For, I don't know, for the Second Amendment maybe or something like that. Who knows?
Our men are running.
For president and the eagle. I don't know. Who knows what the Americans say when they go into battle. Yeah, more infantry broken there. The British having none of it. Or should I say the Swiss. These guys just absorb that charge brilliantly. King's Irish overhearing some Glencarry Fencibles doing their bit. Keep taking these boys down. Yeah, America over here silently pushed back the British, who are actually retreating back to Lundy's Lane. But yeah, it seems as though the British are going to win this one as it looks at the moment. It's looking a lot more conclusive than it did in history. So it looks like there could be a history change. But the Americans aren't done yet. They've still got troops left. And we're not quite sure how many. And there's still plenty out on this side over here where the musket fighting is still going on pretty fiercely. In fact, we have Scottish troops moving forward. They're getting closer to the front line. Give us a volley for Scotland! Looks like the Americans are pushing forward. I don't know if they're just going for a bayonet charge. I don't know. I don't think they desync. It's just more of like a, you've got us. We'll bayonet charge and try and break through one last time. Those regulars, I imagine, will be broken. Yep, almost instantly. As soon as they went into melee fighting, they just broke. Rip in peace to them. Fighting over here, still pretty fierce. Look at that, the Scots. They're not too far away. Like they can barely miss with their shots. The Americans ahead of them. And the Americans, like all their infantry is really smart there. Looks good looking, makes it seem like it should be a lot better than it really is. The Americans right now are being beaten by militia. I do apologize for all my American viewers as you got to watch your country lose, but it just sometimes happens. I've seen it many times playing as or watching Britain. It's sad to see, but it does happen from time to time. Royal Montreal Cavalry here are hidden. They're very tired though. They maybe should have just held on in that woods, wait until they got a little bit fresher. They're going to get ready for a charge, and they're going to go in against these infantry units here. See if they'll form square in time. I mean, cavalry is hidden to the very last minute. I can conclude that was a terrible charge. Mainly because the cavalry was also, one, in the forest, and two, was exhausted, and they broke just like that. That was a big waste of my cavalry that returned. I was really upset. I just kind of wasted, because it was by far and away, I think it's like the last cavalry unit on the battlefield. Would have been huge to have it there. You can see here, Britain looks like he's clearing up on this far flank here. An American infantry push has not worked. And it's going to see not one, not two, not three, but 4 American units break very, very quickly. And at the loss of no British units at the moment. They're just firing on like these Americans in a crescent formation, just gunning them down. It's been absolutely brutal. But John Lecotier here, he's back in business, and they've broken all these Americans. And yeah, this right flank is almost cleared up now. Really, then it's just going to be down, well, left flank if you're looking from the British perspective. No, from the American, sorry. Right if you're looking from the British. The left flank over here, still a fairly decent amount of Americans, including one artillery piece, which I was very keen to get to. But we could not, it seems, at the moment. Yeah, here we go. I mean, it's still going on, this fight. Swiss Mercs, the 1st Somerset Infantry, Quebec Fencibles, all marching forward to the march of the drums. The rain's still here. Fire when ready. If you can. I don't know if they're even in range. Well, that's your answer. They are. The irregular infantry getting out there, they know that they can't duel with line infantry, so they need to get back to like skirmisher sort of range. Also, they're going to allow the artillery, by the looks of it, to get a clear line of sight. I always worry that this is like the back artillery will shoot the front one and just like destroy the gun, which would be hilarious if you did see that happen. New Brunswick sappers here. And we have got breaking British troops. Some English incorporated militia here. Finally starting to break. Starting to see some breaking here. Swiss mercenaries as well going. And we have a charge here. Actually, what another British infantry is the Royal Montreal Cavalry here. And they're trying to break these irregulars. They might just do it, you know. They are breaking. They've broken one. Looks like they might get a second. No, the British have broken, in fact. There you go. Really, I'd hope they'd go for these guns, or maybe go around the back and try and break this infantry while I engage it. Because if they'd done that, that would have been a nice, easy win then. Yeah, we'll just fast forward a little bit, just see what the British and the Americans get up to. The irregulars here are still really close. They need to be careful. Actually going into combat with Halifax Fencibles here in their bright blue uniforms. They'll get their axes out and start carving into some British heads. New Brunswick sappers, which are like a grenadier unit, really. Going in. Them around, they're looking great. Swiss mercenaries, they'll still fight. That right-hand side or the left-hand side, if you're looking from the American perspective. Well, there's no more Americans to look from their perspective, really. There's a few troops that are returning, but yeah, the resistance there is broken. America holds on here alone. Both sides at this point are like scraping the barrel for troops and for morale. It's not looking great. And you can see the British actually retreating as they realize they are not doing so great. Looks like these guns have finally been broken though. But the Americans still charging in. They're going into bayonet fights everywhere. Looks like they might break these Brits as more Americans go into combat. Americans did break there, so that's always a bit of a win for the Brits. We are going to see a second bayonet charge here onto these Fencibles, and I don't think they'll be able to take a second one. No, they cannot. Still breaking some American infantry, but not much. I mean, it's very close over here. Looks as though Americans are going to just carry on bayonet charging down the line. Going after my general, they break him, which is really unfortunate. I was fuming to see that he broke. But yeah, that is the Americans pushing back. I mean, there's still plenty of Brits to come, and they are on their way. But yeah, the Americans did actually kind of push us back there. After we pushed them all the way across the battlefield, they were like, you know what? We'll fight you. We'll go to bayonet battle, and they did well. They held the line. They got the Kings of Irish here, dueling with the Americans. They've done amazingly. I really wish I could see their kills, because they have probably got some amazing kills. They've been in a lot of combats here today. But yeah, I'm just going to fast forward a little bit, as there's not really too much going on. There's a little bit of shooting going on, but yeah, the British do start to get broken over here. Robert McDougall is the only one that holds on alone with his Glengarry, Fencibles. These guys are looking a little worse for wear, though, and there you go, they break. And now you have the British over here, which are being represented by, I think these are Richard's infantry. They're retreating quickly. The Richard Lionheart's like troops retreating. He needs to get them out of there, and he needs to get back to this position here and just hold it. Got the Swiss mercs.
Our men are running, sir.
But yeah, here we go. Got Gordon Drummond over here. Another Gordon Drummond. And he's coming over to try and help raise some morale. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so the Americans have got not much left, but just a little bit left to try and storm this building. We'll see how they can do. Shooting from range at the Brits here. Just trying to keep their heads down, I guess. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the battle. It's certainly been a fun one. I've really enjoyed it. And I really enjoyed seeing American battle once again. It is always nice to have a change. Having the Brits versus the Americans. Always a good rivalry there. Just as good as the Brits versus the French. And yeah, currently at the moment the British are going to win. They do hold Lundy's Lane. And they also hold this LOC here. But yeah, they hold Lundy's Lane, which is the objective of this scenario. So at the moment, it does seem, unless the Americans can pull off a victory and somehow get over to Lundy's Lane and take it, that they are going to lose. But they are going to break one more Swiss mercenary. We actually have Gordon Drummond over here. He's trying to rally some of these British troops, failing to do so, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll just move forward, go like fast forward, and we'll see what happens. I mean, at the moment, the British quite happy with McDougall in here just to hold the line, wait for their reinforcements to arrive, which there are a fair amount. There's what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 units, including an artillery piece. That's always good. So you get them all up, get them all doing stuff. They've got to take on like 5, 6 American units. So that's not too bad. They should be able to outnumber them and beat them. I feel like the Americans don't have any generals left, but I could be wrong. They may have combat gens. And here we go. We're going to see a American unit storm the building here. They're going to go in after McDougall's troops. See how they can do. They are fighting the 1st Somersetshire Foot. It seems like they're holding for now. So yeah, we'll just keep fast forwarding as the Brits arrive. They're taking their while to get here, though. We got some silent muskets, unfortunately, which is a shame, but hopefully that sorts itself out. I think it's just because I've been fast forwarding so much. But yeah, the British and the Americans just dueling here. Seems like the Americans, might kick the British out. The morale not looking great here for Britain, but also the morale not looking good for America. So who knows? Either side could break here. I really don't know. Winning slightly apparently is McDougall, so that is good to see. Might kick the Americans out, and if he does, praise be to McDougall. He's doing a great job. His infantry still firing on the Americans as they go on by. It's always good to see as well. Trying to support when they can. If they can break this irregular unit here, that would be a big help. But yeah, the infantry over here doing what they can. The British infantry here. They've got a healthy, like, John Le Coutier here. Brunswick, 104th. They've got, like, yellow trousers on. That's pretty cool. And yeah, it seems as though McDougall has held the building. Excellent stuff. So we will fast forward as we get through the last few minutes here. And we can see Gordon Drummond actually getting ready to go in. He's actually helped rout these regulars just with his sheer presence on the battlefield. And we got William Dunlop here with his Tiger unit. They got some easy kills there and routed the Americans. And then it's just around that final unit. And I think it's just the artillery all the way over there that is left for the Americans. Whether the Brits will get to it, I do not know. Time is running out. There's only a minute left. But they are going to win, in my eyes. They do hold the LOC. And also, they basically routed the Americans from the battlefield. This battle is far from inconclusive this time. We do have a major victory here for the British. And you know what? It might just help them in the War of 1812 in this alternative universe. But yeah, what a battle. I hope you guys did enjoy. It's certainly been an interesting one. And yeah, we'll just fast forward to the end results. So they should be any moment now, I'd have thought. There you go. There you go. A draw for the... well, it says a draw, but I'd say a victory for the Brits. I, like I said, was playing in this one. This was from Cyrus the Great's perspective. Had a bit of a rough game, actually, only getting 300 kills myself, 800. I thought I got worse than that, but it was reasonable in the end. Richard the Lionheart and G getting over 1,000 each. Both were in the thick of the fighting on that hill. Unlucky to Johnny the Buffoon, Thundernut, Sniper Smith, and Paranoid. Oh, did a really good job. Paranoid especially getting 1,200 kills, the most kills of anyone in this game. Yeah, did incredibly well. Unit stats, I don't think anything would have got incredible kills here for Cyrus. 61, the best with the Royal Montreal Cavalry. But there you go, guys. That is today's battle. I hope you did enjoy. Do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. And I'll see you guys in the next one.